So I upgraded to the iPhone 14 Pro Max for a reason that's kind of dumb. In a lot of ways, it's actually very dumb, especially since even with traded, I'm spending several $100s. And as a matter of fact, I would tell no one on the face of this planet to upgrade for the reason that I did. I think those things are personal choices every person should make when you upgrade your phone. This is hopefully the last time I will upgrade my phone for something so dumb, so insignificant. But it's bothered me since, I don't know, the very first iPhone that I used as my daily iPhone. It's been something that's bothered me for that long, and fortunately for me, I can finally get rid of it for the most part. Now, it's incredibly important for me to have a phone that works better than the one I have now, which the iPhone 14 Pro Max will probably do. One of the upshots is that finally something that I use in the iPhone is actually better on the newer version of the iPhone. See, I've been using my camera on my phone quite a bit lately with my new non-tech YouTube channel, and since I'm not really doing a lot of tech YouTube anymore, that's actually important to me. I always struggled with this in reviews, and I would take a picture with one phone and then take a picture with the new phone, and it was kind of better. So again, I'll get some benefit from this, but is it the reason? No. Is it better battery life? Well, for the first time in a couple of years, Apple didn't even talk about battery life as far as it being better than the previous year. So I guess the expectation is that it's either the same or maybe even slightly less. Thankfully, I get really good battery life on my 13 Pro Max, and I don't think that's going to be any different this year. Could it be the always on display? Well, I mean, listen, I come from an Android background where always on display was something that I really enjoyed. That's not really it either. Is it because I need the latest and greatest? Well, now that I'm not doing tech YouTube very much anymore, no, thankfully, the handcuffs of tech YouTube are off, and I can't tell you how good it feels. No, you see, the one reason that I'm actually upgrading from my iPhone 13 Pro Max to the iPhone 14 Pro Max is that. I'm not even sure if you can see it. I even kind of hide it because of the type of wallpaper I use, but it's there. It's the notch. You know, it's funny because for the longest time, people were saying that, oh, you always make fun of Android or whatever, but you have the iPhone with the ugly notch. I've never liked the notch. Never. I've talked about it ever since it was first revealed, that it is not a cool thing. It is a sacrifice. It is a compromise to put something in there so that they could use it for the front-facing camera and for Face ID, which I actually really enjoy. And now they've kind of gotten rid of it. Sort of. But I'm in such a hurry to get rid of that one thing that I've never liked about my iPhone that I'm willing to upgrade. And the nice thing is I probably won't have to upgrade again for a while. And if it takes a couple of years for them to get rid of that lonely island, dynamic island, or whatever the hell they want to call it, then I won't upgrade for a couple of years. Because iPhones and Samsung phones and Huawei phones and pretty much all smartphones nowadays are really, really good. And there's very little difference between one and the next. They're pretty much all the same. So there's no excitement for me to get this new phone. I just want to get rid of the notch, and then I'll move on to the lonely island. And then from the lonely island, and yes, I know it's called the dynamic island. Don't give me crap. Anyway. And as soon as I can get off a dynamic island onto a display that doesn't have a punch out or a notch or anything, much like the OnePlus 7 Pro did oh so long ago, I'll upgrade then. But until then, I don't see myself going anywhere anytime soon. I don't feel the push to upgrade again. I barely feel it this time, and I'll tell you right now, 100%, I would not have upgraded this year if they did not change the notch. There's just no reason. In tech, I think we look at things quite a bit differently than the rest of the world does, and I'm becoming part of that rest of the world, and it's making me a lot happier. Tech YouTube got me on a treadmill of buying the latest and greatest every single year, and for a while it was fun and a little bit exhilarating, but definitely tiring. Glad to be off the treadmill. But for those of you buying the new iPhone 14 Pro Max or 14 or whatever, tell me below, what color did you get? I ended up getting white. Kind of boring. I usually like the blues or the greens they come out with, but they didn't do that this year. Thanks, Apple. Appreciate that. Yeah. Tech YouTube kind of sucks. See you next time.